Abuja.
Something now.
It's the bomb, yo. Wake up and don't sleep on a bicycle.
Next.
This is Eagles Morning Rise, where you get inspired, updated, talk sports, and discuss topical national issues. All served hot, like coffee.
Yummy.
This is gonna be the best day of my life.
Eagles Morning Rise with
Natural Prince.
6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Every weekday on your number one radio experience.
You can count on
Eagles 102.3 FM.
Good morning. Thank you for staying with us on your radio experience. You can count on 2 minutes past 7 o'clock. This is the pages on your radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3. We're glad that you have joined us this morning as we look at the big stories within the dailies and get to talk about them. That's what we do on the show every weekday at this time. I'm glad that you are here this morning. You could have been any other place, but you chose to be with us, and we do not make light of that privilege. We're glad to have you join us as we look at the stories that are making the headlines in the dailies this morning. My name is Ihanacho Prince. Thank you so much again for being here. Now, this morning, let's begin with the Guardian newspaper. We have front page, the Guardian newspaper. Near bankrupt states, unviable projects awaits 18 new governors. Near bankrupt states, unviable projects await 18 new governors. Aviation workers begin warning strike. Aviation workers begin warning strike today over COS welfare. And still there are intrigues as Otedola takes strategic position in blue chip assets. Intrigues as Otedola takes strategic position in blue chip assets. Drama as INEC disowns REC, voids Binani's declaration. The controversy in Adamawa State is one that is novel. Supplementary elections as well has been suspended by the Independent National Electoral Commission, and everyone is wondering, when would it emerge? When would it happen? When would they conclude the process in Adamawa State? Freedom of expression, thin line between hate speech, sedition, and treason. You want to read that as well in the belly of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Amid postponement calls, NPC insists on May 3 census. Amid postponement calls, NPC, that's the National Population Commission, insists on May 3 census. They have that one. Let's look at more headlines from the Guardian newspaper this morning. I'll take you through them as we see them. Okay. I'm talking about bankrupt states or near bankrupt states. I'll read you a bit of that story also shortly. In case you're wondering, blame overconfidence for PDP's diminishing returns. Blame overconfidence for PDP's diminishing returns. That's also in the belly of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Now, Huriwa tasked Buhari on speedy trial of 6 Owo church attackers. The Human Rights Writers Association, Huriwa that is, tasked Buhari on speedy trial of 6 Owo church attackers. Revenue growth, OPS, Labour kick over IMS call for tax increase. Revenue growth, organized private sector, and Labour kick over IMF's call for tax increase. Syrup wants Buhari, Oshibajo orders to publish assets. Syrup wants Buhari, Oshibajo orders to publish assets. That's there as well. Well, it is. That's what it should be, isn't it? When you're taking office, you declare your assets. When you're leaving, you also declare assets so people know, and Nigerians can know what it is that you had while you're going in and what you have leaving office. Anyway, we know how these things happen. Scores feared dead as military and terrorist duel in Kaduna community. Scores feared dead as military and terrorist duel in Kaduna community. Sad one. NDLEA nabs pregnant woman and female undergraduates orders over illicit drug trafficking. NDLEA nabs pregnant woman, female undergraduate orders over illicit drug trafficking. Police arrest 20-year-old lady with drug, recover firearm and live cartridges. Well, some people you may not suspect will be the ones who actually perpetrate and are accomplices to very heinous crimes in this country. One dies, 65 houses burnt over coronation of Bauchi community head. One dies, 65 houses burned over coronation of Bauchi community head. This is becoming a big one in Bauchi state. Recall that last year or 2 years ago, there was also a clash as a result of the coronation of community head and our traditional ruler in Bauchi state. What's happening there? We want to know, and we hope that it's resolved as quick as possible. Now let's go to the Punch newspaper. The Punch newspaper has a big story. Benani declaration, Adamawa Rec under fire, faces INEC panel today. Benani declaration, Adamawa Rec under fire, faces INEC panel today. So the story, for those of you who haven't been following, in Adamawa State at the supplementary elections held on Saturday. But yesterday, the resident electoral commissioner went ahead to declare Aisha Dahiru senator winner and returned winner of the election even before the process was concluded, according to INEC. Now, recall that it is the returning officer that has the power to declare winner. But then in that state, the REC, went ahead to declare winner in that election, and INEC has summoned him to Abuja and suspended collation of results in that state. The Adamawa State Governor of the PDP, Amadou Fintiri, has also, continued to say, well, he has confidence that he would still win the election. Now, what does all of this say? When there is, okay, I'll just leave that. So I don't go past what I'm supposed to say. Moving on. Still, big story in the front page of the Punch newspaper. Benani declaration, Adamawa Rec under fire, faces INEC panel today. Right as to that story, Adamawa APC and PDP clash. Rec faces 36 months imprisonment. INEC annuls Benani's declaration as governor-elect, says Rec usurps returning officer's power. Atiku, Fintiri, PDP kick. Adamawa APC hails Benani as supporters jubilate. That's their front page of this day newspaper. That's the banner headline there. Lagos, Ondo, Bayelsa lead states in rising inflation. That's also in the front page of the Punch newspaper. You can find the story in page 30. Flood sweeps 4-year-old boy away in Lagos. The floods are back. Just a few months ago, we were lamenting this, but as well, as every other thing in Nigeria, I recall how Oganemano, took it upon himself to constantly remind us and talk about how this flooding has been an issue. We took it upon ourselves as well as a station to continue to flog on the issue of flooding. As a matter of fact, our last line for the news is on the flooding issue. It's going to come back again and devastate many people, drive many people homeless, render them internally displaced. But yet, it seems like nothing's going to be done. Year in, year out, flooding come and go. People die. People lose their businesses and homes. But we would not be proactive. Some way, all we do is announce that flood is coming, and we don't do anything. As a government and as a people, seems like we do not even know what to do. Other nations have built dams and found ways to contain or manage the flooding in the countries. But for us here, it's like We sound like a broken record continuously talking about the flooding. Gunmen abduct Ogun traffic official on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Can you imagine that? Gunmen abduct Ogun traffic official on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. People can't even do their jobs at helping Nigerians or the jobs of helping Nigerians and ensure that traffic moves on smoothly. It's crazy. Aviation unions to ground flights and airports today. Aviation unions to ground flights and airports today. What's the story again? What's happening? What is it? We'll find out shortly. And I'll read you that story quickly. Let's see. It says, chaos may break out across airports in the country as aviation unions vowed on Sunday to begin a 2-day warning strike on Monday. The developments could leave many air passengers stranded in Lagos, Abuja, and other airports in the country. Domestic and international airlines are likely to be forced to cancel their flights as aviation workers down tools in protest against what they say is the government's failure to address their concerns regarding national minimum wage consequential adjustment and workers' condition. Okay. Union leaders said they were left with no choice but to take a drastic action to force the federal government to implement earlier agreements reached on minimum wage and workers' general welfare. Okay, that's where I'll leave that one. The aviation sector seemed to have been working, seemed like one of the sectors in the country that was doing well. All of a sudden, there's been issues back and forth from scarcity of aviation fuel to marketers of aviation fuel grounding or protesting and all that stuff, now to the workers union in the aviation sector. Now we've had that back and forth as well in with the workers union, also with the fact that international carriers are saying their monies are trapped in dollars in huge sums in the country. It just keeps giving. I don't know. Nigeria's 96% revenue used to service debts in 2022, says World Bank. Nigeria's 96% revenue used to service debt in 2022, says World Bank. Buhari meets governors and EFCC chair, others in Saudi Arabia. Buhari meets governors and EFCC chair, as well as others in Saudi Arabia. Okay, interesting one. I don't know what you make of it, but you let me know when we open up the phone lines. By the way, the phone numbers are 09073530044 and 09087668888. 09073530044 and 09087668888. You want to join in with your 2 cents if any of these headlines tickle your interest? Let me know what you think, and also share your thoughts on WhatsApp as well as SMS 09097054450. 09097054450. That's where to send your WhatsApp messages to. Don't forget you can watch us live on YouTube and on Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. At Eagles FM Abuja. Like the page, follow, and just leave a comment there. We would also love to hear from you on those platforms. Now let's get to the first caller this morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, who's joining us? Okay, seems like we lost connection with that one. Try to call back. Again, the numbers are 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh, no, this is not good. I don't know what it is that's happening with the phone lines, but try to call back again. All right. Call 09087668888. 09087668888. If you can't pull through on this other line. Hello, good morning. Okay, it's happening again. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, is it Eagle FM?
This is Eagles FM.
I want to talk on the flood that carried a 4-year boy in Lagos.
Okay, who are we on to?
My name is Basil from Duse.
Basil from Duce. Good to have you. Are you a first-time caller?
Yeah. Yes, I'm a first-time caller.
Thank you so much for joining our family, Basil. Good to have you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Eagle FM. Thank you. I'm a listener of Eagle FM.
We appreciate you so much.
The issue of 4-year-old boy carried away by flood in Lagos is something that is very, very bad. This year has been repeated over and over again. Last year, same thing happened, flood everywhere. People were running away from their homes. And up to now, federal government have not done anything about it, which is very, very bad. It shows that Nigerians are not well protected in their country. This is continues to repeat over and over again. It's very, very bad in our country, Nigeria. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you very much, Basil. Appreciate you joining in. Hello, good morning. Do we have this one? Okay, lost it again. Thank you again, Basil. Appreciate you calling in. Let's get to more of your thoughts and responses to the headlines. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning
My
to
friend.
you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, Jerry calling.
Jerry, I'm glad you're here.
Yes. I have been saying that these guys are render people homeless. And the other girls, 2 girls that is trafficking drugs. When you are not caring about your citizens, what do you want them to do? They will do undo. When you don't take care of your children, they will go wayward.
Well, I don't think there's any justification for crime. Let's not try to justify people taking to crime, you know.
I think that is good. The leader should wake up. They should wake up. That's all I have to say.
All right,
They should
Jerry.
wake up.
Thank you very much. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's what Jerry says. Our Nigerian leaders, wake up. Jerry's calling out to you. Let's see if we have this caller. Uh-oh, what's happening on this line this morning? It's quite surprising. All right, keep your calls coming in. We have this one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Ahanacho.
Good morning, Comrade Haruna. Good to have you.
Thank you. How was your weekend?
Great, thank you for asking.
All right. I want to react on this Southern Kaduna killing. Prince, I don't know what is really happening in this country. Why we keep on hearing this kind of news in the morning like this. I think the governor needs to declare state of emergency in terms of security, because the massacre is getting out of control. How can they are part of Kaduna now? Southern Kaduna is part of Kaduna, and as a governor, you want to protect lives and property. So I keep on it keep on hurting me to hear that we are losing lives on a daily basis like that. Please, if the insecurity is overwhelmed, you should call the federal government. They can assist him to see how peace can reign in that region. That is what I see to talk about this morning. Thank you very much,
Okay,
Prince
Haruna,
Ahanacho.
thank you so much, Haruna, for calling in and sharing thoughts with us this morning. Keep your calls coming. We have more. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, GB. Good to have you.
Good day. My name is GB. The issue of Southern Kaduna, I think it goes beyond the governor. The people themselves should sit down to embrace peace. When Taraba State was boiling about some years ago, Sardauna area
Mambila area, a lot of crisis. TV and Dukum fighting, killing themselves. It was when the leaders came down and said, look, enough of this thing. That was what brought end to it. But once some people are having some gain or some kind of benefit from it, I'm telling you to not stop. So the leaders of the different community, this is not farmer header. This is community killing themselves. They may be religious bias, they may be sentiment bias. What I'm saying is that the leaders of those people need to come down. This is now started for as 80s. You'll be hearing of Saddam Kaduna killing, this and that. So they need to sit down and say they want to embrace peace. I understand that there are differences. Because some people are hiding, looking at differences, that's something to penetrate them. Some ethnic criminals are also using it. Just like now, if you and I are fighting, and I tell you, I will show you. Somebody hearing that I will show you, can come on that to come and do you any harm, and you will think I'm the one that come to show you, and you come and retaliate. That's what is happening. Some the bad elements are hiding because of that disagreement and conflict to do havoc there. But when the two of them settle down and say themselves, it's easier for them to fight the external forces that are coming to do that havoc. They can easily identify them. Because but when there's that conflict between the two communities, it will not be easy.
All
so
right.
my own is that the leaders there should come and settle themselves together.
All right.
And the issue of drugs, all those things, is not bad government. People just want to be evil. And NDLA is trying to curb the society of evil and growth.
Thank you very much, GB. Appreciate it.
All the kidnappers, all the banditry, they are on growth. That are doing it.
Thank you.
I appreciate what they're doing.
Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Prince Yamacho.
Good morning, Clement Zion, Prince. Good to have you.
Thank you. Yamacho, there's a piece of news that has been making me angry since last Friday. And that is that IMF is asking the Nigerian government to increase the tax that the people are paying. I feel very, very irritated by that piece of news. You have heard it this morning now that over 92% of all that Nigeria earned in 2022 was spent on servicing debts. We have been saying it on this platform, according to the Minister for Finance, that we need 150% of every income Nigeria earns to service our debts. And we are owing not less than 46 trillion. IMF is aware when the federal government is going ahead borrowing all this money. Sometimes it's not loans from IMF. Is IMF monitoring what the government officials who are opportune to occupy positions of authority use this money for? Do they check whether the money is being used to benefit the people? Is IMF aware of the state of our roads and the living conditions of Nigerians? We pay tax from different sources. You go to any supermarket to buy things, there's value-added tax. You enter transport, there's value-added tax that is coming, that is the driver or owner of the vehicle is paying one way or the other. Look at the bills that we receive from NEPA. My last bill is 26,000 naira, brought about 2 days ago. For only just a small cottage house that I maintain by myself, I power by the water I have in it, I power the sumo with my generator. I pay 26,000 naira every month for NEPA bill. All these taxes, what is the government doing with it? All the loans they source from IMF and World Bank, what are they doing with it? They rather look this money, including all the internally generated funds from NNPC. We make millions of money, billions of dollars. From Port Authority, we make billions of dollars. From different sources, check the sources through which Nigeria makes money. I gave you the stats at that time, and see what the leaders are looking on it. That's why they fight to find themselves in position of authority. What IMF doing to checkmate this profligacy? They should not tax us anymore.
Okay.
It's just Nigerians are docile and they hardly react. But what's happening in other countries and people are going into the streets and rioting and destroying and fighting.
All right,
it's not
Clement.
as much as what Nigerians enjoy.
Clement, thank you very much for calling. Appreciate you calling in. Keep your calls coming 09073530044 and 09087668888. Well, IMF and all of its suggestions to Nigeria, even the Human Rights Writers Association and the likes are saying, no, that's not the way to go. We can't have that. We can't have government increasing taxes. Labor as well kicking. The organized private sector saying, no way to that. We can't have that. If the organized private sector is saying tax increments would affect the economy, it's a no-no, then I don't know. I don't know where that leaves us. Oral cancers kill 764 Nigerians annually, says federal government. Oral cancers kill 764 Nigerians annually, says federal government. Buhari preaches sacrifice at Bola Ajibola's Fidel prayers. Buhari preaches sacrifice at Bola Ajibola's Fidel prayers. Also there, Kogi APC caucus urges governorship aspirants to work for party. APC caucus urges governorship aspirants to work for party. Otom orders probe of biotech Koi's waste disposal system. Also within the belly of Daily Trust this morning, residents flee as vigilantes and soldiers clash in Rivers community. Residents flee as vigilantes and soldiers clash in Rivers community. 7 things to know about teacher who won Kebbi Guber election. You want to read that in the belly of Daily Trust? It's there. APC wins Kebbi governorship election. INEC National Commissioner stripped in Adamawa. INEC National Commissioner stripped in Adamawa. Also there, Adamawa Fintiri breaks silence. Describes Rex action as provocative. Fintiri breaks silence, describes Rex action as provocative. Also there, Dino Melaye clinches PDP governorship ticket in Kogi. Dino Melaye clinches PDP governorship ticket in Kogi. That's another interesting headline we see from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. All right, more of your thoughts and responses to the headlines. You want to send a message, please make that to 09097054450. That's for SMS and WhatsApp messages. You can send voice notes as well. You know, we love to hear them or listen to them. The numbers to call are 09073530044, 09073530044, and 09087668888, 09087668888. We'll be talking more in a bit. Keep it with us.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet, you can connect with Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Log on to our website www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
No AC? No problem. We're cooling you down with the freshest hits.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Betway, now your gateway to different types of games where we package to tutori you. Better games where you like boku for Betway. From hot fruit to dream catcher, from Gonzo's Quest to Aviator. Hey, games wey go make you fly fiam, enter better opportunities. All these games don dey your hand now. Oh yeah, sign up today for betway.com.ng. Terms and conditions apply, but no be for person wey never reach 18 years old. Make you the bet responsibly.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Thank you again for staying with us. This is the Pages on your radio experience. You can count on Eagles 102.3. We're glad that you have stayed with us as we continue to look at the big stories within the dailies this morning and talking about them. Feel free to jump in with your 2 cents if any of the headlines tickle your interest this morning. We'd love to hear from you. We've seen headlines from the Punch newspaper, The Guardian, as well as Daily Trust newspaper. Let's also see what we can find from Leadership newspaper this morning. Really interesting times we're living in Nigeria. One of the biggest stories this morning is the Adamawa supplementary elections that was also suspended by the INEC, saying that we saw the resident electoral commissioner going ahead to declare a winner in that election. INEC says, there was a usurpation of the powers of the returning officer of that election. They had to suspend it and summon the resident electoral commissioner to Abuja, where he's going to be facing a panel today. What's going to happen after that, we would hope to find out later on. But in the meantime, that's where the story is. We'll also go on now to look at more. Another story is the situation by the organized private sector, as well as labor, saying no way to the increment of taxes. Recall that IMF has said Nigeria needs to increase taxes. Also, another big story that should tickle your interest this morning is Nigeria's inflation rate for March. The March inflation rate was released by the MBS yesterday, and inflation has gone up to over 22%. What do you make of that? I also would love to hear from you. Kogi State, the PDP governorship ticket has gone to Senator Dino Melaye. Interesting. Would Dino Melaye make it to become governor of Kogi State? We hope to find out in the November elections. Now, still in the Punch newspaper, Senate presidency, APC faces zoning hurdles as northern senators join race. Senate presidency, APC faces zoning hurdles as northern senators join race. Still in the Punch newspaper, APC gets 60 seats, PDP 32 in 10th Senate. Okay, APC gets 60 seats in the Senate, PDP gets 32 in the 10th Senate. Those are some of the stories there. Now join with your 2 cents. 090-7353-0044. 090-7353-0044 and 090-8766-8888. 090-8766-8888. Let's bring in this caller. Lost that one again. Okay, seems like we have voice notes here. Okechukwu sent one in earlier. Okechukwu, good morning to you. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Nacho, good morning.
Good morning to you.
I want to react on the headline that said killing in Kaduna, 33 killed, and they will bury them as a mass burial. You see, that is what we have been shouting since. The survivors of today can be victims of tomorrow. Nobody knows who will be the next to be killed. Those that are supposed to speak, they are keeping quiet. You see, when there is trouble in the nation, the leaders that are leading the nation refuse to speak. You see, the trouble and the problem will continue. These herdsmen that are killing innocent people for no reason. You will sleep in your house and someone will just come and slaughter you like chicken. And you expect the God that we are serving to be happy with all this thing that is happening. Honestly, I don't know why all this thing is happening. Nigerian as a whole, the nation that people have been calling that is a giant of Africa, is no more secured. You cannot sleep in your house with your 2 eyes closed. You will be afraid of your neighbor in the same country. And we are saying that things are going well, and we are saying that nothing is happening. Where are the security agencies? That these guys will just come and kill innocent people and go scot-free. Let me just tell you, the blood of the innocent ones are crying for vengeance. And if they did not get justice, I don't think their soul will rest in peace. What their blood need is justice. They should fight for them so that the justice will be done. That is what I just want to say. That's why I'm telling you that this country, for me, I don't think it is secure anymore. Thank you. Right. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Okay, Chuku. Don is also here. Don, good morning. Good to have you.
Hello, good morning, my prince.
Good morning, Don.
How was the night?
Very well, thank you for asking.
I hope it was great. This is Don. Okay, I just want to comment briefly from what our brother Clement Zion said. Like I said last week, is it lots and lots of taxes that Nigerians are paying and that they are not even aware. Many people don't know how much these guys are making. It's running in trillions, according to the honorable that came to this Bracket family. It's running into trillions. The money they are making from the bank the charges, it's running into the trillions, and nobody's accounting for it. Those are taxes. Like Clement Zion rightly said, everything you do in Nigeria, you pay taxes. And what are they doing with these taxes? They collect the little you have, and they collect the resources that the nature has bestowed on us, and then it still squander everything. Well, it's a pity that we find ourselves with a crop of leaders that are so selfish and so greedy that they cares not about the people, the welfare of the people. And they just gather this morning and they fly out abroad and go and buy houses, and we just have to do something. If not, this country is moving nowhere. Quickly, what happened in Adamawa, it's a clear indication of just a glimpse of what is going on in INEC. You can imagine what happened in that place. I don't want to go further than that, but except to help ourselves. I don't want to always align with people that say God will help us. We need to help ourselves, then God will help us. Have a blissful day.
Thank you very much, Don. Have an amazing day yourself. All right, keep your voice notes, your SMS and WhatsApp messages coming on 09097054450. The phone lines are pretty open. I'm taking your thoughts and and responses to the headlines. 09073530044 and 09087668888. That is 09073530044 and 09087668888. Now let's go to Leadership newspaper. Leadership is leading with, again, Adamawa governorship defies electoral solution. INEC suspends process. Again, Adamawa governorship defies electoral solution. INEC suspends process. Still there. Imo PDP, Osakwe wins Isu State's constituency poll. And APC's Lamido wins Sokoto East senatorial poll. Melaye beats Wada, Awani, Ilona, others to pick Kogi PDP governorship ticket. Dasuki wins Kebe and Tambuwa federal constituency seat. INEC rescinds decision on Yobe South supplementary election, declares Bomoy winner. Adamawa Rex declaration of Benani as winner null and void, says INEC. That's also there within Leadership newspaper. Let's see what this day has. Okay, seems like we have a bit of a challenge with this day newspaper this morning. I don't see the headlines popping up as should. Okay, let's see. We have a few here. Okay, the site is actually messing up this morning. Let's bring in another caller. Hello, good morning. All right, the phone lines messing up again. Don't give up on me. I'm not giving up on you. The numbers to call again, 09073530044. That is 09073530044 and 09087668888. Hello, good morning. Okay, another dropped one. It's not cool. I don't know what's happening with the phone lines this morning, but don't give up. Keep trying. I'd love to hear from you. By the way, shout out to Elder Noja. How are you doing this morning? Shout out to Bushman as well. My elders on the show. It's been quite a while. Let us know that you're doing good. Ogen Emanu, haven't heard from you in a while as well. I would also want to know that you're doing great. And so, yes, let's move on. Still more headlines from the Punch newspaper. Before we get there, let's bring in this caller. Hello, good morning. It's happening again. Just really unfortunate this morning. I don't know what's happening with the phone lines. Okay. 4 dead, 28 injured in okay, no, let's move on from that one. Bauchi protesters kill 70-year-old man, burn 64 houses. Coronation. Bauchi protesters kill 70-year-old man, burn 64 houses. Hello, good morning. Hope
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Basi. I'm calling from Gisa Alhaji.
Basil.
Basil,
Okay,
B-A-S-I-L.
okay, Basil, you called in earlier. Go ahead, let's hear you again. Go ahead.
In fact, I'm very, very happy over Dino Malaye winning PDP ticket in Kogi State. I give kudos to him because I know that Dino Malaye is a fighter and do well in Kogi State.
Okay.
That's just what I want to say. I'm very, very happy with him because I just like Dino Malaye, the way he's fighting for the betterment of this country. I think if you give him opportunity, he will do something in that seat.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank
for your
you,
submission.
Eagle FM. It's my, I so love
I
Eagle FM.
appreciate you, Basil. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Now back to the leadership newspaper. Ogochinyere hails INEC Imo Rec for declaring rightful winner in Isu constituency. That's also within that paper. Let's move on quickly. I don't know what it is that we're dealing with this morning. Okay, so send me those voice notes and SMS messages as well as WhatsApp messages. I love to get them in. Another caller? Do we have that? Okay. Really frustrating this morning. Anyway, this day newspaper giving us a hard time. Do we have it? Still struggling with that. Okay, moving on. All right, so with the situation in Adamawa State, calls for a lot of concern. When a person takes up the powers to declare winner in an election, when they know that they don't have the rights or they don't have it's not their responsibility or their place to declare winner, you could say that, you know, the videos trending on social media where that declaration was made without data, without, you know, the numbers. Declaration was made, and it's something that calls for a lot of concern. What is happening within Nigeria's election management body? Are people colluding with political parties to truncate democracy and the will of the people? Or is it that some people just don't know where it is to draw the line? I wouldn't know now. What is so special about Adamawa State? What is so special about Adamawa State that an election cannot be concluded in Adamawa State? You know, the elections originally held on the 18th of March, and today is 17th of April, almost 1 month after. It's still almost impossible to wrap up the election in that state and have the people of Adamawa State move on, you know, having a governor-elect or whatever it is that's supposed to be. It calls for great concern. If that's the situation in one state, who's to say that there couldn't be such situations in other states? You know, I'll just leave that now. And this is where we would have to drop the anchors this morning and say a big thank you. I'd say a big thank you to every one of you who made an effort to call the network DGO in. I'm really sorry. These things happen sometimes. Okay, those of you who made an effort and those of you who pulled through, thank you very much for being there and joining in the conversation this morning. Don Okichuku, Clemens Iron Prince, GB, Haruna, Jerry, Basil, thank you for your thoughts and contribution to the conversation this morning. And to those of you who sat back to listen, you know I call you MVP. Without you, we're nothing. Thank you for being there. Let's do this again at the top of the hour 7 when we come in with fresh headlines tomorrow. And Vicky Vic is going to be in shortly for Sports on Eagles Wings, taking us through the world of sports, letting us in on all that's happening in the sporting world. You know, Chelsea fans, how are you? Arsenal, how are you? I'm just asking. Keep it locked on your radio experience. You can count on. My name is Ihianacho Prince, His Radio Highness of Abuja. God have mercy.